So let's talk about how free trade may actually show up in our market. If we leave autarky, then there's an opportunity to import and export goods. We're going to have trade. We'll be able to import some goods from other countries. We'll be exporting some goods to other countries. So while in autarky, the United States has the same supply and demand curves as before, we're only considering the United States market. Here we have the market for penny blossoms. We can see consumer surplus, producer surplus, and our price is $2, and we make 400 penny blossoms here in the United States. The rest of the world is already engaging in free trade, and the world price of penny blossoms is $1. So here we have the price in the rest of the world over top of the market in the United States for penny blossoms. So how does the world price of penny blossoms affect the United States when they engage in free trade? Here we have consumer and producer surplus in autarky. Our price is $2, and if we engage in free trade, then the price is going to fall down here to $1. When the price falls down to $1, our consumer surplus is going to increase drastically from all these imports. So we're going to come all the way down here to $1. All of these people are going to be now in the market consuming penny blossoms. Producer surplus, unfortunately, is going to decrease. Okay? People are only going to be producing penny blossoms if they're willing to sell for $1 or less. So our producer surplus is going to decrease. So what has happened to the total surplus in the market for penny blossoms after leaving autarky? So here we have the market in autarky. What happens to total surplus when we leave autarky? Well, total surplus is going to increase. So we can see here, consumer and producer surplus add up to get us this triangle. If we look at that triangle over here, we can see that all of this triangle in added consumer surplus is also added to our total surplus. So free trade has increased total surplus in the United States. This increase in total surplus is led entirely by the increase in consumer surplus. And the increase in consumer surplus is so large that it outweighs the decrease in producer surplus. Producer surplus is going to fall to the individuals who have willingness to sell of $1 or less, while consumer surplus is gained by anyone who's willing to pay $1 or more. So all these new people enter the market purchasing penny blossoms, and these producers leave the market from 400 down to 200. But consumers are going to gain all of these 400 penny blossoms as imports. They're going to be imported from other countries. Okay, well, we've talked about imports, but what about goods the United States has a comparative advantage in? Here I'm talking about things like cars, computers, MRI machines, airplanes. We have Boeing and Airbus. Boeing is the United States manufacturer of airplanes. Airbus is French. Plastics, gold, medicines, right? All these are capital-intensive goods the United States is going to have a comparative advantage in. So let's take a look at one of these goods. We'll take a look at trucks. So here's the market for trucks. When the United States is in autarky, here's our market. We have producer surplus, consumer surplus. The price is $40,000, and we make 80,000 trucks. Okay. The rest of the world is already trading trucks at $50,000. So the price here is higher than our market price in autarky in the United States. Okay. World price is $50,000. Our market price is $40,000. If we enter the world market, if we get rid of autarky and enter free trade, then we're going to be a net exporter. So we can see here we've increased from 80,000 trucks produced. Now we're going to produce 100,000, and we're going to export 40,000 trucks, and we'll have 60,000 people purchase them. So we've got an increase in producer surplus and a small decrease in consumer surplus, but total surplus increases by us engaging in free trade.